Hello there folks, this is Uncle Troy. Today we are checking out the LifeCam Cinema HD Webcam from Microsoft. And we're doing that because this here is my Logitech HD Webcam C510 and it has stopped working. A couple of years ago I bought it and it's been a pretty good thing. Still have some of the original plastic wrap on it apparently, but it's been a pretty good webcam. I've used it on about 3 different computers, but it reached the point where sometimes it would pretend like it was unplugged or think it was plugged into a USB 1 port when actually it was plugged into the USB 2.0 ports or even the 3.0 ports. Yesterday when I plugged it in, it started doing that beep, beep, beep noise every 10 seconds or so, meaning that the computer thought it was being unplugged and replugged in, and it kept installing unknown device drivers and telling me the unknown device was ready for use. So I decided it was time to replace it. It's been a couple of years old, so it's time to get rid of it. But I do like the way it can kind of swing all the way around, and it can fold up like that. And I think it even has a cute little carrying case, which I never actually used. So, but we're going to say goodbye to the Logitech HD webcam, and we're going to say hello to the LifeCam Cinema HD. And this video, a big part of this video was going to be the unboxing, because a lot of products nowadays, when they're bought, the box is just so big and bulky and useless. But this box, you know, was just, you slice right here, and she opens right up. Ta-da! How easy is that? So also, along the problem with the product these days, problem is that they have like tons and tons of instructions, huge manuals. That's not a problem here. Basically got a 1-page pamphlet that basically tells you to go to a website first, then plug it in, then mount it to your monitor. So that's pretty easy. This here is product guide, nothing but some generic tips on how to use electronic devices, and this is limited warranty. Warranty is no good to us because the first thing we do is crack something open or use it in a way that the manufacturer didn't intend and therefore void the warranty. But let's see if we can figure out this here. Let's see. How do this watching camera and watching video? What I'm trying to do is frame. Alright. I hate to break things, but there we go. Alright, all that goes that way. And that goes right there. So, that wasn't too hard, I guess. So, cute little camera. Now I wish I hadn't, hold on a second. There we go. So as you can see, it's about the size of the Logitech, except this one is long this way and this one was long this way. Looks like an old lipstick camera, what we used to call in security days. And this right here, this base, bends. So what you're supposed to do is hook that over the edge of your monitor and then clamp that down to a good hold. Looks like we got a microphone on the top, and I think right there is the little in-use LED. And of course this is HD because it says HD. And since I can't really get a good view on my this is being recorded, by the way, with the Samsung HMX F80 camera, because of course this web camera is not functional yet, and I can't really see the display on it very well and see what I'm doing here with my hands. So I don't know if this is in focus or not or what, but I guess we need to install some software and see if this thing works. So be back with you in just a second. Hey there folks, Uncle Troy here with a little preview of what's going to look like a little bit later in the episode. What should be in this position here in this video, what this place right here should be a video of me going to the Microsoft website and downloading the software. Let me retch over here, retch over here and show you again this. Let's see how well that shows up. But basically you're supposed to go to microsoft.com/hardware/downloads. This thing has some pretty good focus up close. Then you're supposed to connect the web camera, and then for 3 you're supposed to mount it. But you're supposed to go to microsoft.com/hardware/downloads, It just occurred to me I was holding that between me and the microphone, so there's no telling how that turned up. There's a good picture of the camera made by the camera. And so I ran Fraps while I was doing that, so y'all could see what I had to go through to get the software downloaded. And a picture for the title screen. Okay. And unfortunately, Fraps did not record any of the video for that. I don't know why. So you basically missed all my clever comment about Microsoft and downloading things and having to read end-user license agreements that were like 40 pages long. I have no idea what I agreed to when I said click, yes, I accept. And I keep looking down here because that's where my face is, even though the camera's right up there. Tell you what, you technical geniuses, invent me a camera that's like 1 pixel big that fits right in the middle of my screen, so that when I'm watching myself on the screen, I'm actually looking straight at the camera. Invent that for me. Okay, anyway, like I said, I went to the Microsoft website, I downloaded the drivers, I installed them. I also downloaded the firmware update, which took about 10 minutes to tell me that my camera already had the proper firmware. So why have an update program that takes that long to tell you you don't need to do anything? I don't know. I also don't care much for the fact that the program I downloaded, the drivers and software, wasn't the drivers and software. Instead, I downloaded a downloader that then downloaded the drivers and software. Why we couldn't do that to start with, I don't know. Anyway, so here's what it looks like once we get the camera set up. I just told it to start capturing a movie at 1280 by 720, and I'm speaking near the microphone as I record this. So what we shall do is we will run this for just a few seconds, and then we will play the video back and see how it compares to the video capture I'm capturing with Fraps right now. On the other hand, if the video with Fraps doesn't come out very well, you won't ever see that, so just forget I even mentioned that right now. And are we recording? I think we're recording. A little bit of a focus problem there. Okay, so one thing I've noticed already is that this camera has a much wider field of view than my previous camera did, which normally showed me about here. The blue backdrop I have back here behind me, previously on the camera, filled the entire framework. In fact, I would generally just back up about here, and the camera would show from about here to here, and everything's fine. This is way too wide of an angle. I'm going to have to somehow move the backdrop and me closer to the camera, or something, or zoom in. Unfortunately, the zoom in and out commands do not work when it says I may have to lower my resolution, select a lower resolution so I can zoom in and out. So that bothers me, because the whole reason for getting an HD webcam is so you can record in high definition, which I think I am. We'll see how smooth and pretty everything looks when I review this here in a minute. So that might be a problem. But first we're going to show off some effects. Apparently there are quite a few effects you can put into your videos. It pretty much recognizes your face, what a face is, and it allows you to apply filters, I think it calls, or effects, and that changes how the camera looks at you. Look at me, Ma, I'm British. Yeah. Anyway, if you ever wondered how I'd look if I look more like Dustin Hoffman. Okay, I think Dustin Hoffman has a big nose. And curiously enough, this looks a lot like a guy I used to work with. I don't know why. Okay. Oh, you're such a blockhead, Charlie Brown. Okay, that's pretty neat. And that there. What's this one do? Oh! Funhouse mirror time. Alright, next one. Whoa. That's not spooky at all, is it? And this one, I think, yeah, it rotates between several. Woo, okay. And, oh, mirror image. You ever wondered what you look like as a Siamese twin? Alright, what's this next one? Oh, nice little whirlpool effect. So the central heating and air just kicked in, and we're going to see how this camera does separating my voice from the background. And, oh, see, I kind of like this here. Yeah, it kind of recognizes my face and kind of blurs out everything all around it. Apparently the lighting has something to do with it. I put my face in shadow. Ooh, yeah, pretty good. But I guess I don't have to, if I run this, I don't have to worry about the black background. I can just kind of fade everything else out. And let's see, oh, we're back in the 70s. Meow, 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 meow. And quit clowning around. Howdy, Tex. Actually, I used to wear a hat very similar to this back in my younger days. Arf, 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 arf. Anybody remember the video game Cubert? Cubert. And I'm a member of the band Kiss, or maybe that's Gem, Truly Outrageous. I have an idea. Let them eat cake. Okay. Hey, a Minecraft chick. Bye! Oh yeah, now this is what I need right here. Constantly. Y'all just buzz up there around all the time. I could leave that running all the time. No one would be the least bit concerned. And I'm a little funny bunny. Apparently my glasses are confusing it a little. Come on. Up. There we go. Now they snapped into place. And, ooh, I'm a little princess. Alright, that is reversed with edge detection, black and white, inverted, 16-bit or 8-bit, sepia colored, not even sure what that is. Video is lagging far behind my audio though. And a nice high contrast view, and back to nothing. Okay. So I'm going to have to stop this video recording, adjust some settings, and get back to you. Okay, according to this, the resolution is now 960 by 544, which is roughly 1/2 of 1080 by 1080 by, yeah, 1080p. 1920 by 1080, yeah, roughly half that. And which is a bit less than the 1280 by 720 I wanted, but it just happens to perfectly fit the thing here after I zoom in a couple times. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I wonder if the filters work still. Let's find out. Yep, I still have me a big nose. See, these things worked best without the glasses, didn't they? Was one I really liked. That one right there. Okay, so that's not off. Which was the one that really lagged behind? Wow, I really like that one. Grayscale. One of these really lagged behind when I used it before. Maybe that one. So that one appears to be doing pretty well. Webcams are always like a second or two behind, and that always disturbs me because I always think I'm out of sync or something. And I might be after we check this out. Okay, the heating and air tripped off again. So this setup is more or less my usual setup when I'm recording with the webcam. A couple of extra lights on either side and an extra light above over there. And I keep freaking out the auto light and the auto focus. I will probably have to manually zoom those in. Zoom in, focus, set the lighting, and forget about it. I'm going to see how well the backdrop is lit. I'm going to try some special effects, maybe replace the backdrop with, say, a green screen, or maybe a red screen, or even a blue screen, just to mess with you, and then back to normal. And if I forget to do that in editing, this will be a very funny video. Alright, well, now all I can say is I'm going to try to play this back, check the audio and video settings, and then I'll be back with my final thoughts on the camera. Okay, am I recording? I hope so. This thing doesn't really show a indicator. So I've noticed that the sound of the heating and air system back there does not come through the camera microphone nearly as easily as the sound of the computers I have sitting on either side of the monitor where this thing's located. So there's a problem there. I suppose I have to shut down my media center PC when I'm not using it if I want to record audio. So things I don't like. The autofocus is a bit too aggressive. I turned it off. I made some adjustments on my video, the lighting and zoom and whatnot. I think I've got a pretty good picture here now. The blue background looks pretty much blue. I look pretty much the same color I always look. Let me sit up straight here. My first grade teacher will be smacking me on the back of the head about now. And of course I keep forgetting to look up at the look up at the camera. I keep looking down here on the screen where it is. So I'll have to get back in the habit of doing that, I guess, looking at the camera. What I don't like about this software, there is no option to record from another audio source. For example, I really like to record my audio on this Logitech G330 headset, gaming headset, because I think this microphone here has the best audio of anything I've used. But unfortunately, this LifeCam software does not allow that to happen, so I might have to look for other software. The Logitech software I had, which I had problems with, I'll be honest, I had problems with some of the Logitech software, but the Logitech software did allow me to record from a different audio source, so I might have to look into something like that. I also don't like the fact that I pretty much have to give up the 1280 by 720 resolution to be able to zoom in a little and get my face and not the whole room, because this thing has a pretty wide field of view. And I guess a wide field of view could come in handy, but not in this particular case. What else don't I like about this? I've noticed in some of the recordings I did, the longer I get, the further out of sync I get. And then maybe toward the end of the video it starts coming back into sync again. And so if you're watching my mouth while I'm recording this, and while you're watching this and you see that I'm getting further and further out of sync, it's because I didn't get it synced up right when I tried to edit it. In fact, for this video I've not done it at all. If I'm doing a serious video, I will try to sync things up a bit. So far, the Microsoft Cinema HD LifeCam. So far, I don't really care much for it, but I did pick it up for, it's normally like 60, 70 bucks. I picked it up for 35. So if it doesn't work out, then I'm only down 35 bucks. I will probably just package it up and give it to one of my nephews for Christmas or their birthday. They'll never know because they don't watch my videos, because Uncle Troy is an adult and anything adults do is automatically stupid. So once they figured out their Uncle Troy was an adult, they stopped paying attention to my videos. So I'm going to give the Microsoft LifeCam HD Cinema thing about a 50-50 rating right now. I don't think I like it, but I don't hate it, and I'm really just going to have to just play with it for a while and try to use it on a serious project or two before I decide whether I really like it or not. Okay, Uncle Troy signing out. Please have a good night.